Hello, I'm Grant Boxleitner. This week on Suncoast FYI, Empowering Small Business, a Jewish Food Festival, Sarasota Estate Auction, and Thunder by the Bay in downtown Sarasota. All next on Suncoast FYI. Thanks for joining us on Suncoast FYI. Dave Kaufman is an entrepreneur who is helping out small businesses on the Suncoast, and he's here to tell us more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Grant.
Let's start by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a farm boy from Georgia, and I grew up on an Amish and Mennonite farm in Georgia. And around 21, I decided I wanted to go out and change the world. I wanted to kind of do something different. And so I started some companies and got into sales and So one of my company's name is Empowering Small Business.
Empowering Small Business, and that's here locally.
Correct.
Where are you located?
My office is out east of 75 on Fruitville at 98 Sarasota Center Boulevard. And I guess the whole premise of that company is to really help small business owners find freedom in their company.
Because it's such a struggle. You hear all these statistics about, every 50% or more of these businesses, they don't make it past about 3 or 4 years.
That's very true.
It's really difficult.
Right.
So what type of tools do you try to give them to help them get over that hump?
We coach and mentor business owners on 5 pillars of business: marketing, sales, operations, administration, and leadership.
And even in today's day and age, almost that whole social media presence and being able to be everywhere, 24/7, that I imagine is a big part of it too.
Absolutely, yeah. We're on social media, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. So yeah.
Good stuff. Now, who has influenced you as an entrepreneur? Do you have a few mentors yourself?
I do. First of all, I'd say my father probably influenced me more than anybody in the world. He's a serial entrepreneur. If he had an idea, he would take the risk and he'd do it. Several other people, Zig Ziglar. I'm handpicked by the Zig Ziglar family to carry on the message of Zig, of hope and encouragement.
For people who don't know that, who is that?
Zig Ziglar he passed away in 2012. He was America's motivator and a sales trainer.
And so you drew a lot of inspiration from him.
I do.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I travel around the country training entrepreneurs, business owners, employees, all of that.
So you serve more than just businesses in our area. You're
absolutely. Most of my clients are all across the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you're a certified human behavior consultant. What does that mean?
There's 4 different types of personalities in the world. There's the D-type personality, the I-type personality, the S and the C-type personality.
I always heard A-type personality, but maybe that's not part of the...
So we call it the DISC personality assessment. And what we do is we have this assessment we can give people within the companies. And what we find a lot in companies is where they have the wrong person in the wrong seat. They're in the right bus, but just on the wrong seat.
So do the different personalities tend to create friction at times, either in the boardroom or on the sales floor?
Yeah. Your D-type personalities are usually your business owners, your entrepreneurs. They're the hard-hitting, don't tell me about the labor pains, just show me the baby type people.
Yes.
And then the I-type people are marketing. They're the people person.
They're the ones
they
that
love
are out
people and
meeting with the people
exactly.
and being able to push the flesh.
Sure.
Now, who would be the perfect client for you? For instance, if someone's watching right now?
A small business owner that hasn't gone on a vacation for a long time, and when they do go on vacation, they take their planner, they take their cell phone, and they're always on the phone putting out brush fires while they're on vacation. That's a perfect client for me.
Good stuff. And you also, as a speaker, what do you talk about? You mentioned you go around just basically, is it like a 20 to 30 minute inspirational speech?
No, I'm a fusion of Zig Ziglar, which is more of a personal change advocate, and a Michael E. Gerber, which is all about business. So you mix those two together, that's who I am. I talk a lot about goal setting in your business, and I help people achieve their goals, help them systematize their company and find freedom in their company, not from their company, but in it.
All right, Dave, where can people get more information about your business, your phone number, et
Sure.
cetera?
Phone number is 941-759-3494. My website is empoweringsmallbiz.com.
Small biz, B-I-Z.com.
B-I-Z.
All right,
Correct.
we'll make a note of that. Dave, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Grant.
We really appreciate it. All right, well, coming up on Suncoast FYI, a food festival will be taking place this weekend in Sarasota. We'll have those delicious details next. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. Temple Sinai will be hosting a food festival this weekend, and here to tell us all about it is Emily Levin and Patty Glah. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're excited to be here and tell you about our food festival.
Absolutely. Where is the temple?
Temple Sinai is South Lockwood Ridge Road, 4631, but you
Okay.
really enter off of Proctor between Swift and Beneva.
And I imagine you get folks from both Manatee and Sarasota
We
County
get folks from all over. Last year we had 3,000 people,
Wow.
and we're looking for a lot more this year.
I'm sure it's going to be even better, and hopefully that weather is going to cooperate and everything.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing this.
Well, this is going to be our 8th year, and this is an exciting year for our synagogue because not only is it our 8th year for the food festival, it's our 25th anniversary of the synagogue as well.
Tell us what this celebrates. I know the Jewish family, culture. Give
Jewish
us a
family,
sense.
culture, food, excitement, being together, and of course, good eating. We have
Yeah.
all sorts of Jewish offerings. We have lots of congregation members who have been busy cooking and baking for weeks now.
They've getting it all prepared and getting it ready.
Everything is homemade.
I can't imagine how many hours go into this.
You wouldn't believe. Patty and I just finished making 1,400 knishes with volunteers. We're going to have over 200 volunteers.
Patty, tell us how that went.
Yes, and well, it goes very well. We have a lot of really dedicated people in our synagogue that
Right.
come, and we've been making. We made 1,400 matzah balls for matzah ball soup.
Right.
We made, I think, 1,200 stuffed cabbages and
Making me hungry. Just
60 pounds of chopped liver,
thinking
so
about
it's
it.
all there. The only
Wow.
thing that's not homemade is the corned beef and pastrami, which we get from the Carnegie Deli in New York. So that's sort of like central, Jewish central for that kind of food.
So everyone knows all about how good that is.
Everyone
And
knows.
is the food prep the fun part, or is that still work in the end?
No, it's really fun. We all get together and
Yeah.
all the ladies volunteer and we play music and dance around and have
Why
a good
not?
time together.
It
wouldn't you
is.
say?
That's
It
good
is.
stuff.
It's a good time.
It's a good community builder.
Now let's talk about the big partner in all this, All Faiths Food Bank.
Yes, we partner with All Faiths Food Bank, so we're asking people who come to bring non-perishable food items.
Oh, great.
And we're also taking cash contributions, and all of that is going to go right to the food bank.
Now imagine that there's going to be music, all kinds of things. You can eat, of course, but if you get full, you can still,
Yes.
mingle and
Yes,
socialize.
we're going to have 17 health-related vendors.
Oh.
And we're going to have 7 craft vendors, so there's lots of things to do. There's activities for the children and face painting, and in the meantime, you can just keep eating.
Yes, and the PJ Library for Kids. Tell us a little bit about
It's
how
just
that
going
is.
to be a little craft area, so
Okay.
children will be occupied while their parents are hopefully eating corned beef.
Sure, and maybe meeting some new friends along the way, and. Give us a sense of just how many people put this on, the committees and so forth.
Right, we have over 200 volunteers, and the whole synagogue really participates. We have all the ladies baking, and we have all kinds of homemade
Does some of
treats.
that take place on the temple grounds?
Yes, all the knish making, et
Okay.
cetera, was in the kitchen there. And
So you must have quite an industrial-sized kitchen to make all this food.
We have a nice facility there
That's
because we
great.
have a catering facility, so we use
wonderful.
that. So we use that as well.
And the baked goods are all made by the congregants at home, and then brought in.
Indeed, and so anyone can come to this and
We
maybe
hope
learn a
so.
thing or two as well.
Yes, exactly, and we hope they'll come and eat and enjoy and get to see us a little.
And speaking of enjoying, you've brought some food
We
here.
brought you some
this
lunch.
sandwich is making me hungry. What is this?
Well, we have 2 different kinds. We have corned beef and pastrami.
Okay.
So this is
So
pastrami.
there's the pastrami and
there's
the corned beef. What is the difference? They look very similar.
They're different preparations. It's the same meat. It's a brisket meat, but
Okay.
corned beef and pastrami are made differently.
Corned beef we hear a lot around St. Patrick's Day.
Right, right, exactly. But this is Jewish corned beef,
Right,
a little
this
bit
is
different.
a little bit different.
And pastrami is smoked and made with different spices, so they have two distinct flavors.
But,
and we brought you some lunch.
And well, thanks, ladies. You shouldn't have, but that was very nice. So people can get this kind of food and all kinds of other things. Tell us where people can get more information about this great event at Temple Sinai.
Temple Sinai has a website, and we are on Facebook as well.
All right. Thank you so
That's
much
right.
for being
Thank
with
you.
us, ladies.
Thanks for
Really
having us.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much
All
for
right.
having us.
All right. Well, straight ahead, we'll be talking about the Sarasota Estate Auction, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Sarasota Estate Auction will be holding the next auction on January 16th, and here to tell us all about it is Andrew Ford. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brad.
I've been up to the auction before, and it's a really neat place, but what kind of things do you consign or buy?
We handle fine art, most American, European. We have a large Asian sale, this particular sale coming up. It's our second annual Asian sale.
Right, and a lot of things from the Far
The
East.
majority of this collection came from a French chateau, a 1,000-year-old chateau. They were collecting Asian for several years.
Are we talking sculptures, paintings? Give us a sense.
Most of these will be both paintings, furniture, large Buddhist sculptures that came from temples in China.
Fascinating.
Ming Dynasty period, Han Dynasty, Song Dynasty.
And so do these things typically take all day, or how does that work?
Our typical auction runs about 4 hours in length, so we try to get everyone in and out fairly quickly, but this auction ought to run 6 hours, so it'll be 12 to 6 on the 16th.
Okay, and what are the number of pieces? Are you still adding them all up? Is it going to be a room full?
There's a room full. It's over 500 lots. I think we have a total of 550 lots, and we generally run about 70 lots per hour, so that'll give you a pretty good idea how we go.
That's a lot. Now, what's this process entailing with being a consigner with your auction?
In order to consign with Sarasota Estate Auction, usually it involves a house call. We come out to the house, take a look at some of these objects. Some people send us images to our website, but generally
So it's
best
almost
to-
like you're applying to be part
Very
of this.
definitely, yeah. We get an awful lot of calls. We end up not using. Some things are not quite our taste or our clients' tastes.
Well, can you give us a sense of like maybe a hidden gem you found recently and when you didn't really expect it?
We found a John Frederick Kensett painting. He's one of the most important American master painters. He's in 26 museums. That's
Wow.
one of our lead objects coming into the sale. It's opening up at $50,000 with a $100,000 to $200,000 estimate.
That's outstanding. And again, the auction is going to be January 16th. How often do you have auctions, even not these big ones?
We have auctions once a month. Typically, it's the end of the month, around the holiday. Sometimes that changes, and so this time we're doing it on the 16th of January. Typically, anywhere from silver, bronzes, fine art, furniture of all sorts.
Give us a sense of you in this business. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this 22 years. I was an antique dealer that became an auctioneer.
Okay.
So last few years we decided to incorporate the auction business along with my two antique businesses we have in downtown Sarasota.
And I think that this whole industry has become a little more mainstream with the television shows that people talk about, and
Very
there are
definitely.
a lot of things out there and some fascination too.
With our online presence, we have a global reach. Our last sale, we sold to 71 countries. So we're no longer selling in the county of Sarasota. It's
You
amazing.
are worldwide, it
Yeah,
sounds
absolutely,
like.
absolutely.
Now, can people buy and sell? Can you?
We have, typically we have a general public of about 100 people at our auctions at all times, with literally thousands of people watching online at all times. It's live, real time, so you can bid at home in
Yeah.
your slippers, or you can come to the auction house and enjoy the refreshments we have.
Why not? Yeah, you have a nice facility over there. You brought some pieces, and I want to take a look at those. Tell us about those.
Thank you. The two pictures to my right, one is by William Trost Richards. He was an English-born
Is that the one of
marine
the
painter.
water?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay.
He's probably one of the most important marine painters you'll see to this date. Again, he's in multiple museums, maybe 40 to 50 museums,
Yeah.
Smithsonian, the Metropolitan. This particular piece is from the 1870s. Just previous to 1874, he was painting the New Jersey coastline, New York coastline. In 1874, he moved to Newport, Rhode Island,
Okay.
where he went on to become important with all of the industrialists that were
All
using it
right.
at the
Well,
time.
we're running out of time, but I want you to talk about that second piece briefly.
The other piece is a carnival circus scene by Reynolds Beale. Obviously, the circus scenes here in Sarasota.
Oh, yes, Circus Town.
Yes, sir. This was Reynolds Beale, also born in New York City.
Okay.
He and his brother, Gifford Beale, went on to become very important impressionist painters in New York City.
All right. And let people know where you're located and more information about this event and about your business.
We're conveniently located at 6030 North Lockwood Ridge Road. That's the corner of University and Lockwood Ridge. We have a large 7,000 square foot facility there. Again, seating for up to 100 people on auction day.
And you had mentioned a website.
Our website is sarasotaestateauction.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Grant.
All right. Well, coming up next on Suncoast FYI, Thunder by the Bay is back this weekend, and we'll have the details next. Stay with us. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. Thunder by the Bay is happening in downtown Sarasota, and it's going on all weekend. Here to tell us more are Matt Buchanan and Kevin Baylor. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Let us
Thank you,
know
Grant.
where you're from and how you're involved in this great event.
Absolutely. I'm Matt Buchanan, so I'm the operating partner at Sarasota Ford. We run Sarasota Ford downtown. We've been a family-owned and operated business since 1995.
Right.
We're the presenting sponsor. We're very excited
Yeah.
about it. A lot of people coming to town, a lot of exciting things.
Thousands.
Thousands, tens of thousands. Last year, 80,000 people came, expecting hopefully more this year.
Yes,
Really
it's going
excited
to be
about
beautiful weather. Hopefully it'll be a huge crowd.
Absolutely.
And you, sir?
I'm Kevin Baylor, managing partner at Suncoast Business Technologies, but I'm also director of Sarasota Hog, or the Harley Owners Group.
That sounds like a neat group to be part
Yeah,
of.
it's definitely a neat group. We've got a great crew. For the past several years, we've been volunteering and helping all the vendors set up. So we work with the vendors, getting them set up on Gulfstream and 5 Points over the weekend.
Because with this many people coming to town, it really does take a village to put this event on. I mean, the festival director to the presenting sponsor to your group, it's just amazing.
There's a lot of organizations involved, volunteering a lot of different time, helping everybody out to make this a successful event for the kids and the charities.
And Matt, you had mentioned Sarasota Ford has been part of this event for 18 years. Why do they do it?
You know, it's important, for the community. There's an old saying, the community is only as strong as the businesses and the people around it. And we believe in order to continue to make this successful community around us, we need to support the community. Also, this organization is fantastic because it supports kids all the way up through adulthood
Right.
with special needs.
The Suncoast Charities for Children. yeah.
Absolutely. So that's very special to us as well, and we're very excited to be a part of that.
Absolutely. And when you're talking about that, just how many people are coming to town, a good chance to let people know who you are.
Absolutely, yeah, and at the end of the day, we love taking care of the children in town, but the most exciting part about this as well, and it's all about the fundraising for the children, but also showcasing Sarasota. 80,000 people plus are coming to Sarasota, and that's people that might have never been to Sarasota before. We can showcase Sarasota as the gem it is.
Right.
And that means more fundraising dollars in the future for the kids in our area and everything else, because the kids make up, there's an old saying, 25% of us now, but 100% of the future.
Yeah.
And we like doing that, so.
Absolutely. And you were part of a huge party last night. Tell us about this Born to be Wild.
Absolutely. So it's a transformed event. It's really fun. Over 250 people. Nick Walendo, big guy, big hero in town.
He walked over at your dealership not too long ago.
He did. A fantastic guy, signing autographs, taking pictures, and we're blessed to have him in town. But again, it was a great time, and we really appreciate all the support, and it's going to be a great weekend. We're really looking forward to having everybody come into town.
And Kevin, you have another event coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, this bike show.
We've got Hogs on Hillview. There's going to be an LED bike show going on, something new that we're doing different this year. And then also on Sunday is a 17 class bike show.
Oh, neat.
Where all the custom bikes and the antiques and everybody comes out. It's usually a great draw for the families. The kids like to see them. All the different paint jobs. It's an work of art with all these bikes coming in.
And isn't it fair to say that even if you're not into bikes, this event really appeals to the whole family, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, we've seen families come down with kids in strollers and teenagers. My stepdaughter, she's not into bikes, but she loves coming to these things. There's a lot of vendors out there for everybody to look through. Vendors of all types. We've got
How many vendors again? Give us a sense.
We've got about over 100 vendors this year.
Wow.
Ranging anywhere from your standard motorcycle parts to apparel to leather. vacation resorts. We've got boat clubs, spas, massages.
All right, perfect. And Matt, if there's anything you'd like to say, please feel free. But also, gentlemen, we're running out of time, and I'd like you to tell everybody where they can get more information about this event. It's going on right now.
Absolutely. You can go to sarasota4.com, or you can go to thunderbythebay.org.
Okay.
And we look forward to a fantastic weekend, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes, so everyone should come out there. Is there a phone number or anything else that people need to know? If
It's free to the public. There's no entrance fee, so come on down, check out the vendors. There's going to be lots of food, lots of drinks, face painting for the kids. So we're looking forward to it and hoping Mother Nature cooperates.
All right, well, thanks so much for
Thanks for
being
your
with
time.
us, gentlemen.
Appreciate the
We really
opportunity.
appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Appreciate
and, best of luck with the event.
Thank you very much.
And we will be right back. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks so much for joining us. If you would like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we'd love to hear from you. Just call our sales department at 941-361-4223. I'm Grant Boxleitner, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.